Welcome back to another episode of EVTV. I'm Emily.
And I'm Will.
There is no snow on the floor, but the ski season has just started. To get prepped and ready, we go to Jack and Sam.
Ski season is finally here, and here at EVTV, we want to help you get ready for a fun and safe season. The first thing you'll need is your gear. This might include anything you need, like boots, pants, jacket, gloves, helmet, goggles, and added protection and warmth. The last thing you'll need is your skis and poles, and you're ready to head up to the mountain. Once you're at the mountain, you'll need to pick up your pass, and you're ready to get on the lift.
All right, here you are, man.
Yeah, sweet. Thank you.
Yeah,
have a good one. Now that you got all your gear and you're on the lift, you need to know a little bit about the rules of the mountain. Before you do anything, you need to make sure your gear is functioning properly so you can avoid unnecessary accidents. When loading and unloading the chairlift, it's important to keep moving and avoid getting in the way of others. When two or more runs merge, you need to look uphill to avoid collisions. In slow zones, there will be a lot of people and a lot of beginners, so take it easy, slow down, and don't hurt yourself or others. Autos does this all the time. Lastly, some trails are marked experts only, which means they are steeper and require more skill to ski. We're heading back up for another lap. Thanks for joining us and have a safe season. Has been Sam and Jack.
One of our teachers, Mr. Jansen, is doing the hiking Triple Crown. To see his preparation, we go to Noah and Jordan.
Mr. Jansen has been a teacher and coach here at EVHS since 2015. Unfortunately, this will be his sixth and final year here. However, he is not leaving for no good reason.
I'm going to go on a big boy walk. In total, it's about 7,800 miles, which is it will cover the Appalachian Trail, the Pacific Crest Trail, and the Continental Divide Trail, also known as the Triple Crown of long-distance hiking trails in North America.
The Triple Crown is essentially a great unknown to all those who wish to start it. Only 12 people have ever completed all three trails in a calendar year, the same amount of people having walked on the moon. A journey like this takes an insane amount of preparation, requiring detailed planning and research.
Just like running, I will be taking a break after the cross-country season to kind of let my body return to, as Kirshner would say, homeostasis. And let's see, and then I'll resume running with about a month to go, as well as probably hitting the weight room, probably walking around with a pack in the cold with my dog Kimbia back in Kansas City for many hours a day. And a lot of it is just like mental fortitude. It's more mentally challenging than anything.
While a vast majority of Mr. Jansen's preparations will be physical and mental, one major attribute needed for his journey is proving to be difficult to obtain.
With this bureaucratic hoops I have to jump through is to successfully acquire a thru-hike permit on the Pacific Crest Trail. That's the middle of the three trails. So that's been fairly challenging, just because there's a set limit of 50 people per day allowed from March 1st to May 31st, and they released 35 of the permits on Tuesday, November 9th, and they all filled up within an hour and 54 minutes. Every single one, all 3,220, which is dumb because not all 3,220 people are going to thru hike it. And then they'll release the other 15 permits per day from January, or on January 11th.
In order to complete this trip in a calendar year or less, Mr. Jansen has to precisely plan out his mileage and timeline.
And then my goal is to hit about a marathon a day, average, for 365 days. So my timeline start the Appalachian Trail by February 3rd, my birthday, and my goal is to get through it in 89 days. Transition to the PCT, start by about May 5th or so, and get off the trail for my friend's wedding by about Cascade Locks, Oregon, which is on the Columbia River between Oregon and Washington. And then I'll have about 600 miles left of trail, which at the rate I'm going, my goal is to get through that in about 3 weeks or so, and then get shuttled over to East Glacier, Montana, the Canadian border, and then hike southbound. My goal is to get through Colorado by October 31st, Halloween-ish, or maybe the first bit of November down by Pagosa Springs. And then I hope to finish by Crazy Cook, New Mexico on the Mexican border by the first-ish week of December.
Although he is anxious and excited to leave, Mr. Jansen can't help but reminisce on his time here at EVHS.
I'm going to miss probably coaching the most. That's going to be the hardest to step away from, even for a year. But you know, just a lot of memories, a lot of rapport, a lot of relationships I've built over the last 6.5 years. That is really hard to go anywhere and not see somebody you don't know. And I feel like pretty rooted here.
While there are an abundance of important things to remember when attempting to complete these trails, one in particular might stand out more than others, as Mr. Jansen learned from his Appalachian Trail hike in 2012, deviating from a set diet on a hike like this can be detrimental.
Cardinal rule number 3 while through hiking the Appalachian Trail is to not deviate from your standard diet and take hummus with you, because if you do, it turns your guts into a roiling slurry of explosive diarrhea. So it's been a great morning. 3 miles in, and I've stopped probably 4 times, or I have stopped 4 times. So just down at the stream right now treating water, and I'm going to try to get to Bastion, Virginia today. So that's about 26.3 miles. I think I can make it maybe a little bit further because the terrain isn't so bad today.
While his 6 years here at EVHS have been ones to remember, we are excited to see what comes next for him. Good luck, Mr. Jansen. This has been Jordan and Noah.
Thanks for watching this week's episode of EVTV. See you next week.